Hello, booksters. It's Angela, and I'm here to film my February wrap up. February was a really productive month for me. I happened to read 8 novels, 6 graphic novels, and 4 novellas, I guess you would call them. So let's get right into it. A lot of them I don't remember what I rated them, but I'm gonna try and guess. And if I get it wrong, I'll let you know somewhere on the screen, probably right here. Okay, the first book that I read in February was Fairest by Marissa Meyer, and this is the prequel to the Lunar Chronicles. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars, I know for sure, because I loved it so much. I haven't read any of the Lunar Chronicles, and I heard Fairest was coming out, so I decided to pick it up first. I kind of was nervous that I would like Levana a bit, but not at all. She was a great villain. Her sister Shaunery was an even better villain, and I really, really enjoyed this book and recommend it even if you haven't read the Lunar Chronicles. The second thing I picked up this month was Saga Volume 1 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. 5 out of 5 stars, hands down. This is so amazing. I love the story. I love the artwork. Fantastic. I really recommend it. It is the story of Elena and Marco, who meet when their countries are at war with each other and they fall in love. Your Romeo and Juliet story with a twist, for sure. Great, great graphic novel. And if you're first getting into graphic novels, I really recommend this one. This was my first graphic novel ever, and I loved it. The next book I picked up this month would be Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I read this on my e-reader and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed the book and I really liked St. Clair, but I just thought it kind of moved a little slow in spots. I also really enjoyed how for Anna's birthday, her mom sent her Girl Scout cookies. That was really funny. I don't know why, but that was just a little tidbit that stuck out to me. And I did like their romance. I thought it was really sweet, and I think I liked his idea of romance just a little more than hers. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it and cannot wait to continue on in the series. The next thing I read, there should be no surprise, would be Saga Volume 2 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I got done with the first one and just ran to get the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. Read them all this month. I loved this one. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I can't really talk about it without giving away the first one, so I won't. The next book I read this month was Seeker. This was from NetGalley, and I don't remember who wrote it. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. It had so much potential, but I hated it. This is about a girl who is training to be a seeker that is basically someone who protects humanity, and she discovers it's not all it's cracked up to be, and there is a more sinister plot underneath. And from what I take, there's going to be a second book in this series. I'm not having it. I just saw it came out in Barnes Noble and Walmart, and I was like, stay away. I do not want it. It was not very good. The next 2 books were also on my e-reader, and the first one would be Hitched. It was a great little contemporary romance to get me in the mood for Valentine's Day, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And I also read Kissing Ted Callahan and Other Guys from NetGalley, and I think I might have given it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I can't remember, but it was very nostalgic. It took me back to a little bit of my high school days, and I enjoyed it. It just wasn't a fantastic, tell all your friends about kind of book. And then I read Monstrous by Marcy Kate Conley. I'm giving this book a 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay. I believe it is a middle grade fiction, and it is essentially a Frankenstein retelling, which I really enjoyed. But in this instance, it is a young girl who has been transformed into Frankenstein, and she must help her father rescue the girls of this village from the evil wizard. There is some predictable plot turns in this book, and overall it was very, very predictable. But for a debut novel, I can't be incredibly harsh on it. I thought it was okay. And if you want a nice middle grade, I really recommend this one. So then I moved on to the first 4 novellas in the Blood and Snow series by Rochelle. I don't remember her last name. I know it's not Mead, but that's what's on my mind. And they were okay. I think I rated the first one a 3 and then the rest of them a 4. This is a Snow White retelling with vampires. And overall, I thought they did a pretty good job. I was intrigued and got the rest of them. I think there are 12 altogether. They are super short. They are novellas, and I really enjoyed what I read and cannot wait to continue on and finish them off. The next 2 things I read were graphic novels, and that would be Saga Volumes 3 and 4 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. This one was amazing. As usual, I loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then this one came into the mix. And honestly, guys, this felt flat for me. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't awful, but I really didn't like it compared to the other 3. I just felt like it missed the mark a bit. What did you guys think of this one? Have you read it yet? Let me know what you think down below. The next book I bawled my eyes out to would be All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. 5 out of 5 stars. Hands down, one of the best books that I've read this year. Loved it. This is a book about suicide and death and dealing with these topics. And I thought for a book about such deep issues, it really dealt with this in a very sensitive way, and I really appreciated this. I really recommend this book. You guys should definitely pick it up. So following my introduction to Marissa Meyer through Ferris, I also picked up Cinder. So good. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I wasn't totally in love with it. Honestly, it took a little while for me to really get into Cinder's character, but by the end of the book, I was like, Cinder, Cinder. I picked up Scarlet at the end of this month, and quite honestly, because it took me a little while to get into Cinder, I wasn't really ready for that one yet. I wanted to know more about Cinder's story, so I kind of am flying through Scarlet's bits and just like, I want to know more about Cinder. What's going on with Cinder? So maybe I can get a little more involved in Scarlet's story. That would be nice. I've heard a lot of people really enjoy Cress. That is their favorite. But I plan on finishing both of those this month, so we will see which I like the best. The last 3 things I read in the month of February are graphic novels. The first is The Wicked and the Divine, which I'm giving a 3.5 stars to. I think that's being a little bit generous. I really did not like the story all that much. Maybe I'll go back and read this again when I am in the mood for it. But it does have one good thing about it, and that would be the artwork. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this artwork. It's so pretty. That's Lucifer. So the second one would be Y, the Last Man, again by Brian K. Vaughan. Do we get a theme here, guys? I am really digging Brian K. Vaughan. This is amazing. This is about what happens when everything with a Y chromosome has been wiped off of the face of the earth, except for our main character, Yorick, and his pet monkey, and basically their quest to find out what has happened. I really recommend this. Give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Not as great of illustrations as Saga, but it is still amazing. I still like it a lot. I think they're really pretty. The last thing I read in the month of February was Ms. Marvel. I enjoyed it. I think I'm probably going to give it a 4 stars. I haven't rated it yet. If you're looking for a different comic than the norm, you should definitely check this out. So that's all the books I read in the month of February. Let me know what you read down below. Link your own video and let us see if I can pick up this tower. Here we go, guys. Oh yeah. I know I said I read 6 graphic novels at the beginning of this video, but I actually read 7. I miscounted. In the month of March, I am doing the Game of Thrones read-along, so I would love for you guys to participate. I will link that video in the description below. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!